The Service de Police de la Ville de Montral is the municipal police service for the city of Montreal, Quebec, Canada and the neighboring communities in the urban agglomeration of Montreal, with about 4,600 officers and 1,600 civilian staff. It is the second largest municipal police agency in Canada after the Toronto Police Service. The Montreal Police Service was created on March 15, 1843. At that time, there were 51 police officers in Montreal. The first officers did not wear uniforms in order to be recognizable as police officers by civilians. The first uniforms were created in 1848. In 1853, they won the right to carry firearms in the performance of their duties. In the early 20th century, the Montreal Police Service counted 467 constables, inspectors and managers. The force was subdivided, as squads of morality and local departments were created. The size of the police force remained roughly the same from the beginning of the century until 1930, when it hired more staff in the context of the Wall Street crash of 1929. During the Great Depression, tens of thousands of workers lost their jobs and there was an increase in crime. In the late 1930s, the Montreal Police Service had about 1,500 employees. Following the progress of scientific analysis, a mobile laboratory was created in 1957. It evolved and changed in the 1980s to become the technical section. The Museum of the Montreal Police was established in 1992 to preserve the history of the Montreal Police Service. The following is a list of the chiefs and directors of the Service de Police de la Ville de Montréal. The force is led by Director of Police Sylvain Caron, formerly Deputy Director General of Sûreté du Québec. The rank structure and strength of the force as of 2019 was. Some of the police functions carried out by the service include: SPVM also has about 1,000 civilian employees, as well as about 200 police cadets. Source: the SPVM covers an area of about 496 square kilometers and 1,958,000 residents of the island of Montreal. There are 33 police stations that operate within 4 geographical regions: East, West, North and South. Other units of the SPVM include: the standard sidearm of the Montreal Police is the Glock 19. Remington 870 shotguns and FNP 90 submachine guns are also stocked by the SPVM and its emergency response team armory, but these long guns are rarely used. Prior to the Glock 19, officers carried the Walther P99 9mm as the sidearm, which replaced the .357 Magnum revolvers in the early 2000s. On 3 November 2005, the United Nations Human Rights Committee advised the Canadian government to allow an inquiry on the SPVM about its mass arrests tactic during political demonstrations. The tactic is a rapid encirclement of as many protesters as possible regardless of how they may have conducted themselves during the demonstration, and is argued to be a violation of their fundamental rights. According to Francis Dupuy-Derry, a political science professor at Université du Québec et Montréal, police officers employ this tactic because of a deviance radical political demonstrators pose to media, politicians and police officers themselves. The SPVM was once again criticized in the aftermath of the August 10, 2008 riots, which started due to the shooting death of 18-year-old immigrant Freddy Alberto Villanueva by an officer who alleged that Villanueva was attacking him and his partner while they were arresting Villanueva's older brother. He argued that he was trying to save his partner and himself by firing his Walther P99 service gun on 18-year-old Freddy Villanueva. In 2012, the SPVM also came under criticism regarding their handling of the 2012 Quebec student protests. Former Montreal police officer Stephanie Trudeau was given a 12-month suspended sentence and ordered to do 60 hours of community service for assaulting a man in October 2012. Trudeau, known as Officer 728 for her badge number, was found guilty of assault in February 2016 for using excessive force when arresting Serge Lavoie outside his home. Quebec Court Judge Daniel Bedard said Trudeau was the instigator in the illegal arrest, and the situation escalated because of her conduct. He noted that Lavoie did not pose a threat to Trudeau and her patrol partner. In June 2016, the Quebec Minister of Public Security introduced an independent agency, the Bureau des Enquêtes Indépendants, to be responsible for investigating shootings, serious injuries and deaths stemming from police interventions. The selection of investigators was immediately and widely criticized for being composed of former members law enforcement. 11 out of the 18 members are former police officers, in addition to being nearly 100% white and composed almost entirely of men. Furthermore, the structure of the agency itself was criticized for lacking independent powers, since the B acts only at the request of the Minister of Public Security. In January 2021, the SPVM created Con.